score is 2-1 to Bredensund. Preben seems to be playing at quite a slow pace at the moment, taking it very seriously. Very important game in terms of the standings in the EPL1 table.
Preben has a good lead. I don't know if it's just my computer, but Preben does seem to be playing at a level below in terms of speed. And in contrast, you have Jamie, who is very fluent and very quick. $12 points in it then. 25 on the table. This is for frame 4. Preben has the lead, 2-1 in frames. And if he can get this frame, then Preben's guaranteed at least a draw. Chance here. No. Jamie straight onto it. Still odd to play for. Preben's deciding best course of action here. He doesn't want to leave it open. It's at a vital stage of the frame. But I think he's considering maybe is a double possible, maybe a shot to nothing. Well, he's left it on. A thin cut, but it's not easy. This shot will be a good shot if you can get this. Now you see, has he been lucky? I think he's half snookered there, Preben now. Jamie was lucky there. I don't think he can pot it, Preben. Apparently he could. Great shot. So there was enough room. Sometimes it D. So he's got a relatively easy blue, but still a tough shot to execute it at this time of the frame. And he gets it. And now Jamie needs snookers, so Preben looks as though he may at least now can only get a draw as his worst result. So he's got to that threshold where he's got the 3 now. Can he complete it and get the full 3 points? Jamie desperately needs this frame. To keep his chances very strong for the EPL 1 title. Will he be able to concentrate still on this frame? And it's an incredible task he's got. Getting a snooker off a pink and black, especially where the black is now, it can be very, very difficult. That's a reasonable shot. Get it near the black. He needs the black to come out. Need to try and get that black in the open space, away from that cushion. I'll give him more options to make a snooker. Oh, and Preben. I don't know if that was on purpose, but if it was, what a fantastic shot. So Preben takes that frame. It's now 3-1. And Jamie opens up with quite a very aggressive break off. Maybe a bit frustrated. He's lost that chance to win the game. You're watching Sunday match night for EPL, European Premier League, FSC, Flash Snooker Club. Match between Jamie Anderson and Preben Sund. there's the current table. Jamie's in 4th place. He's played 9, won 5. He's got 16 points. So the best he can get now is 17 points. So he'll be 2 points behind. Sorry, 1 point behind Steve Big Man Millward after this game, if he can get a draw. And he'll be 2 points behind Mike. So in terms of games played, we will all have 10 after that. Preben will be 16 points if he can get a win. And 14 points is his worst result he can get. So he will at least go up to 6th. And it's just a matter of whether Jamie can get that point or whether Preben can get 3. Preben on the table again. There are matches going on the other tables. Russell Maguire's playing Maria Goncalves. Score is 1-1 between those two at the moment. And the match between Igor Radno, MTR, and Stevie Big Man Millward has just started. That's currently 0-0, obviously. That's a very big game for both players. And possibly we may go over to that shortly. Yeah, I know I've said it before, but I'm going to say it again. Preben is definitely, unless I've not realised it before, I kind of had a feeling he was a much faster player than this. But for this match, he's obviously taken it very seriously and he's very concentrated. It just seems he's taking care with every shot, which of course is a big reason probably why he's winning 3-1. He's not to say that playing slower makes you better, but he's decided to make or have a slow approach or a more concentrated approach and take care of each shot. So he's felt that's better for him, and it seems to be working at the moment. Whereas possibly Jamie would not play as well if he played at that speed. And Jamie's mental powers maybe work at a faster rate, or that suits him. It's a good question actually, whether between fast players and slow players. Because if we look at the players who in real snooker who have been real champions, Steve Davis, he was a relatively medium pace player. He was quite quick in the early stages when he won the world championship and got the 147. If you actually look at Steve Davis's 147, the first ever televised on YouTube, and you watch that 147 he does and he plays very fast. He's just potting the balls pretty quickly, and but obviously as time went on, his main kind of speed was kind of medium to slow. Stephen Hendry was medium, I would say. He wasn't quick, but he wasn't slow. Ronnie O'Sullivan, obviously, he's a very fast player, but he wasn't as consistent as Davis or Hendry. And Jamie gets that frame. So Jamie made a nice break there. 27, and has taken the frame, so it's 3-2. So he's going for the draw. And you have Jimmy White and Alex Higgins, again, beautiful players. Weren't as consistent, didn't as win many titles. So as I think about it, in terms of the question of, in terms of speed, how fast a player plays is the one that's beneficial. Does it depend on the player? If Jimmy White changed his game to a more slower game, would that help him? If he honed it, would he be able to hone it and make it his, get into that setup? I think on paper, possibly it could improve one's game, but realistically, I don't know if it's naturally possible for someone who has a natural feel to a game to change that. Seems to be some comments being made. I saw the F word. Cheap break. Ah, okay. A bit of controversy going on. So just making it aware that the break Preben has made a break where he smashed into the balls and potted a red, and Jamie's questioning it, which has a right to do so. I'm actually thinking to myself what the situation should be in that sense, but at the time, there was a time when Andre Tisilla was making a specific type of break where he was smashing the balls and the red was going in. And that's something that, after discussion, we decided not to allow for Andre, because he was the only one that was doing it at the time. So this probably needs a little bit more discussion about whether a break like that should happen. Yeah, the players have just made a few comments about this break. I'll move on to this frame more after this, but Jamie's got the advantage at the moment in points, but Preben's on the table. In terms of this break, Preben has mentioned that he's not really in favour of pool breaks, which I suppose you can call smashing into the reds a kind of pool break and hoping for the best. The one with Andre was more of a precision shot that he'd worked out, where the red ball was more than likely to go in. Preben's saying, and I think it was a break, that smash into the balls type break, which some players do. And Jamie did earlier in the frame, but he didn't actually smash right into it. He did it from the back. So I think everything's cool at the moment. There's no injustice happened. I think the game has settled back down again now, and Preben has the advantage. Probably the back of Jamie's mind now, but I think he's got the mental strength to just not let it affect this frame, which he needs for a draw. Jamie's got a good little lead here, 30 lead. Preben has the table. He's got a potable red. Pretty sure he'll hit it quite hard, so try and get on the pink or black. Well, obviously he has to make sure he pots it first. And he does. It's not that hard. Perhaps he felt that one of the bolt colours would be enough, and it probably will be, as long as he pots it, if it's an easier shot for him. Okay, it's Steve Bigman v Iger Radnor. Jamie Anderson and Preben Sund have finished. They drew 3-3. So that means 1 point each for both players. So not the greatest result they would both have wanted. Getting those 4 frames and those 3 points is sometimes quite a task. This is the score here is 1-1. Stevie Bigman Woodward won the first frame, and Iger Radnor has taken frame 2. They're currently in a exchange of safety here within the pack of reds. Stevie might have a chance though. And he has. Now he has black, and you can screw back here past the pack of reds for the red at the top cushion there, which he has. Either put top in it or screw it, try and keep it roughly in the same position for the pink. There's a good angle on the pink to move right into the pack at a big pace, or you could just follow the white through on the red near the pink will go in the opposite pocket at the top left. Obviously he needs to pot the ball first. And he's done that. Oh, I didn't see it, and Steve's not seen it. The red is blocked, so he's got to play safe here. He has. He's sent the red up to the bulk area, but he's left it exposed for Igo, and Igo's gone for it straight away. That's a great pot. And where's the brown going? The brown's in the pocket. Unlucky, very unlucky. So Muller got his first red on the table, but fortunately hit the brown. The brown went in and he fouled. So Steve has the advantage now. He's put in a red. Has he? No, he hasn't. Sorry. This is his first shot. He's on the red. He decided to go softly into the pack. Security is a high priority for Steve. Muller goes into the pack as well. Muller, sorry, Igo. Steve might try and get it on the top cushion or the left cushion. That's okay. Still safe. It's gives Igo a chance now to get the white ball in a bit more tricky position for Steve, behind the bulk colours, but it's hit the blue. And Steve now has a relatively easy red, but he has to control the pace. So he'll be on for the pink. And he's done that. It's a perfect shot. I must admit I missed that shot on the pink. I'm not sure what happened there. I didn't actually see that, so I'm going to have to look back at that. But if you're watching, you probably will know. For some reason, Steve did not pot the pink or a colour after that long red. And that was Steve on the table there. So I'm a little bit behind here. I've missed a passage of play, and I don't know if that was, it didn't seem like it was a continuous break for Steve because he had no points in a break. But anyway, Iger's on the table now. Steve has an 18-point advantage, or 20-point advantage, sorry. Iger unable to go into the pack, which he would have liked to have done. He's got the red on the hanging over the pocket, which he pots. He plays the snooker. So Iger showing signs that he's taking this match seriously. It's another very important game. As Steve reciprocates that safety play with another one. Let's take a quick look at the table between these two players. There you see Steve on 18 points in second place. He's played 10 games. And Igor is in fifth place, 2 games in hand, with 15 points. So I would say Steve is the one that needs this much more than Igor. Steve has the table. So Steve has extended his break, his advantage in points. He's playing well. He's keeping Igor at bay, which you definitely have to do. Igo is capable of killing off a game very quickly. So Steve is matching him for safety and position so as not to allow Igo any easy chances. And he's putting him in snookers, giving him shots that he can't be potting freely, which is a very good thing to do against the top players. And Igo's missed that, so he might be getting frustrated now. So obviously Steve has the slight advantage in this frame, possibly a bigger advantage than that. Great shot. Could have been a shot to nothing. You can play that type of shot as a pot, but as a safety as well, which, as you can see, the ball ran into the bulk area, and if you'd missed it, it would have been relatively safe, depending on where the red would have landed. But looks like he's playing another snooker. Played it off the black, which is interesting, and then into the pink. Maybe putting the black out of a potable position. And Igo's missed again. A 4-point foul. So Steve, Igo needs snookers now. He's -9, so he only has one more point to play with. Steve has now he's a massive favourite for this frame, obviously, to get a 2-1 lead. A good chance here for a snooker here if Igo plays it right. Which he hasn't. Not enough side, not enough top to make the white go to the right of the table behind the colours. This is potable for Steve. He's got it. He's potting well. He's playing safe. He's not allowing his opponent any chances. Igo will be frustrated in this frame, especially. And the frame goes to Steve, so Steve wins the frame. It's 2-1. We're going to go over now to the other frame. It's an interesting situation in the other match between Maria Goncalves and Russell Maguire. Maria has taken a 3-2 lead. So this is the 6th frame, which will decide whether Maria has won the match or whether it's a draw. Russell has the advantage. In points, and Maria tries a double there. Very, very risky. Maria doesn't play safety that much, and it can cost her a few frames. It could have cost her this one, because that double was not a 50-50. It was more 40-60, I would say, or 30-70. But she took it. Very brave. It could be costly. Russell's got the brown, so now Marie needs snookers. So it looks as though they're heading to a draw here. And Maria has potted all the balls without trying for any snookers. And I'm sorry I missed that little bit there. Sorry about that. But to me, this doesn't make sense. And obviously, it's down to Maria to do what she wants to do. But she had blue and pink left. She needed one snooker, and she potted the blue and she potted the pink. And now I don't know what they're doing here. They're just, well, obviously Maria's conceding, I think. Or Russell's just killing off the game because there's no way she could win. So Maria loses. Maria loses that frame, but it's now 3-3. The result is Maria 3, Russell 3, so a draw. And as I was saying, we'll go back to the other match, but the way Maria didn't, I don't know if she actually did a try for snookers, but when I seen it, it looks as though she potted the blue and potted the pink. And that's down to her. That's up to her. She wants to do that, but I'm sure anyone watching snooker or follows snooker will be able to tell you that really does not make any sense, and you're basically giving up the game because you can't. There's not enough points on the table. You need to get a snooker. It's as simple as that. You need to get a foul. You need to get some more points. And she didn't do that. So maybe I'll speak to her later about that and discuss that with her. We're back now on the Stevie Millward Iga Rednor match. I'm just looking at the score, just checking the score. It's still 2-1 to Stevie Big Man Millward. So not much development here. Still very cagey game. Both players taking it easy. So still battle of safety here for this fourth frame. Stevie Millward for Igor Radner. 2-1 to Stevie. Just a game of patience here at the moment. No one wants to try any kind of shot which makes it a bit more free. No one wants to give it a chance to the other one. The other two matches have resulted in draws. This is the third and final match of the night. 2-1 to Stevie Millward. Will this be another draw? We can have a look at the table again. That's the table. Stevie 18 points. The 10 games played. I got 8 games played and 15 points. So Igo would have a good advantage over most of the players if he can win this game, and so it's much more important for Stevie, I would say, to win the match. So, ooh. And Iger's missed that red. Is he getting frustrated? It was on the cushion, the white, so it wasn't such an easy shot. But Stevie's really playing well tonight. You have to say that Stevie's not allowing Iger any chances. And when Stevie gets his chance, he's taking it. He's getting these little points here and there. He's making decent breaks. Great green by Steve. He's got a difficult shot on now, the red. Not sure if he's going to go for it. Maybe he can play shot to nothing. Needs to be quite straight. He's not going to have much of the cue ball because it's near the cushion. He needs to push it along. See the black, but he misses it. And this could be the first chance that Igor has had for the last 2 frames. Relatively good chance. Now, so Muller now has the table. He needs to do something or have a nice little break here if he can. Get his cue going again. Apart from a few missed pots, Steve's had a great tactical game this evening. And he's running this game at the moment, I would say. Dictating this game. Igo tries to play safety around the table, but he's left a possible chance for Steve. Brilliant shot. This is some great snooker by Steve Millwood. And not only is he collecting points and staying in the game and working his way back towards Igor in this frame, he's putting ideas, he's putting thoughts into Igor's brain at the moment. As Igor can see that he's not missing any pots. He's not getting in. Igor's not getting any chances, easy chances. And as that just describes, Steve is playing very, very cautious. And he's not allowing, he could have maybe tried for a colour there, but he didn't. And sometimes if you want to win a match, you use all the rules available. And Steve is basically just not allowing Igor to play. That's his strategy, and he's capitalized. He's making sure that he's putting any chances Steve gets, but he's not allowing Igor to play. Obviously, on this shot, Igor was able to get a snooker. It could have been a fortunate one. I'm not sure. I didn't quite catch the context of the last shot. And Igor's missed that one. That's a tight pocket to pot that. So, but he's been fortunate to land with a snooker for Steve. Steve gets but has left now for Igor, and Igor, he's 20 odd points in front, 21 points. Now 22, he's 27 on the table. Could have done with the higher colour here, but he's going to have to put the yellow at least if he goes for a green or a yellow or a brown. Do a deep screw here, but it's hard to judge in terms of getting it back for the yellow. So he's got an opportunity with snooker. So the advantage is now with Igor for this frame. He's hit that yellow a bit too hard, so it's not really a snooker, but it is safe. Nearly a fluke there. Not landed well for Steve. That Igor has a chance for the yellow here as well. So there's 27 points difference. 25 on the table. Steve needs a snooker. I think he's going to find himself in one now. Igor, a very strong favourite for this frame to bring it 2-2 in the best of 6 match, EPL 1 league. So Steve misses. He needs 2 snookers now. A reminder of the other matches tonight. Maria Goncalves drew with Russell Maguire 3-3. and Jamie Anderson and Preben Sund drew 3-3 as well. This is the third and final match of the night. And Igor has it. It's going to be 2-2. So we've got 2 more frames to play, and the next frame is probably the most vital one. Who is going to draw? Who's going to only be able to play for a draw, and who's going to be able to only play for a win? So whoever goes 3-2 up in the next frame, whoever wins the next frame and goes 3-2 up, will have that advantage that they can win, and the one who loses can only draw. So this is a very important frame. Frame 5 in this EPL1 league match between Steve Bigman Millward and Igor Radnor. 2-2, all to play for. Steve Bigman Millward played some great snooker. Just going back to the Stevie Igor match very shortly. We can see Preben Sund, who earlier drew his match with Jamie Anderson, is back on the practice table playing someone in the lobby. We're going to go down to the match between Igor and Steve. Yes, it's in lobby 2. don't think we'll be joined on the commentary by Wayne, who's commentated before with me, but I don't think he has the setup at the moment to do that. So it's just yours truly taking you down to the next 2 frames. If you're watching this on Rabbit or YouTube, you can adjust the settings to get a better picture if there's any problems, but hopefully you can hear and see the magic that's been exchanged tonight. Steve is the table again. There's no sign of him weakening. He's still very active, still the one who's calling the shots. He's 24 in front now. He's on a break. Of 24. Has the pink. The red balls are spread beautifully. The balls are spread like a baboon on the top of a rooftop in the sun. .38 break now for Steve. Has the pink. Just needs to go through the motions now. He knows what to do. Quite straightforward. Each shot he takes will land him in a natural position on a colour or a red from a colour. Although he does have to do a bit of work here. He's going to have to maneuver the white around, and he has done. So this is a more difficult shot now. Try and get back to that perfect position he had just a moment ago. 61 break now for Steve. 67, sorry. And he has the frame, so Steve Millwood will finish with at least 3 frames in this match, and he will definitely get a draw at least, which will take him to 19 points. He's got the green, but he's going for the black. 75 break. He's won the frame. Can he do it in style? The green would be better, yeah, if you can put a bit of screw in it or just touch it, because the red in itself will be a doable shot. Just got to try and dig into that white, try and stun it a little bit, and bring it up, which he has. This is great stuff by Steve. 79 now. Possibly his highest break of this season. 85 break. He's perfect on the yellow. Just needs to give it a good hit and a bit of stun, so the ball will bounce off the top cushion and into the green. He's put a bit of top in it. That's nice. Gone around the back. It's a soft hit into the green. He's on the brown naturally. What a great break this is. 90 break. Nice pot on the brown. Where's the white going? Oh, he's missed it. That's not bad. The blue is definitely potable. It's just now about position here. Wants to put a bit of top on it and hit it relatively hard. That looks quite nice. And it is nice. It's perfect. Brilliant shot. Stevie Millwood, 199, pink for the 100th century. Can he make a clearance? Brilliant shot, and what a great clearance. 112 break. $112 break there by Steve Millwood. What a great moment that is for his FSC history. (3-2). The score is 3-2 now. And Steve will rest on his laurels. I'm pretty sure he's the type of player that will want this victory. And I think the whole of the way he's played this match has been aimed at trying to win this game. And he knows that he needs a couple more games in advance of Igor. And as you can see, that Igor's getting really frustrated. He's quite mad now, and this is what Steve has done to him. Igor's saying that he's got no luck. I think that's quite unfair from Igor. There may be some shots, but Steve has definitely kept him in a cage for this match. He's not allowed him to have any chances. And yeah, this is the part that a lot of players don't like, when they know they're resigned to the fact that they can't win the match, and they're playing for a draw, or possibly even they know they're going to lose the match. How their behaviour can change, and it's very frustrating time for players, and some players deal with it better than others. There does need to be a respect for both players throughout the game. In my view, Steve has won this fair and square, but he's not necessarily won the game, but he's dominated this match, or had the main say in the match because of his tactics. And this is why players like John Higgins are known for their match play, not necessarily having the best talent in potting and all the different types of shots and break building more than the other, but he just has a good tactical play, and he does the things that he can do well. Every shot is every shot counts. And you have the other more flamboyant players who just want to get in there, break the balls up, make a break, and win the match in the first couple of visits. Stevie, a lot more confidence now, trying for shots that maybe you wouldn't have done before. He needs to be careful about that, though, because it could be the difference between him having 3 points and 1 point. And to give Moller a chance, any kind of chance, is very dangerous. So that last shot by Steve was possibly a bit careless in hindsight. And again, he's been slightly lucky, Steve, to not be losing out on some points there to Muller from that visit. And has the table again. And he has a shot. So perhaps he's got under Igor's skin too much. I could be frustrated there. He's not on the pink. He had a chance. He's collecting points. He's 31 points in front. He's got the blue. That's a lovely shot. And can Igor now put a bit of salt on Steve's performance tonight? Steve, I'm pretty sure Steve will be very, very disappointed if he can't win this frame. He's had a great momentum, and Moller now, Igor is dictating this frame. He has a big lead now, so it's just a matter of the balls on the table. The three remaining reds are not in a great position. Igor tried to stun it into the white into the reds there to break them up. Wasn't able to do that. So Steve has another chance, possibly. If and he has. It's a great shot. And that red that he potted has put Steve needing snookers. And he's going to find himself in one here, I think. It'd be very wise to put him in a snooker here. Igor. And he has done. So Steve will be a bit... I would be very frustrated at this point. He nearly had it. And he's missed it. And that could be the end of this frame. It is. So Igor Radnor wins the 6th frame, and the score is 3-3 at the end of that match. So a great performance though by Steve Millwood, you have to say. I was very impressed by his play, and Igor was not played his game at all, but has come out with 3 frames as well. So there you have it. The tables will be updated very shortly, but at the moment it's 3 draws. Sorry, tonight it's all 3 games, all a draw tonight. So it just shows you how difficult it can be to actually win a match.